The United Nations Refugee Agency says it's concerned by reports of soldiers taking hundreds of people from displacement camps in Ethiopia's Tigray region. Such sites in the town of Shire are supposed to be safe havens. Aid workers and a doctor said that Eritrean and Ethiopian troops forcibly detained more than 500 young men and women. Some have reportedly been released. Joining us now is Abdullahi Boru Halakhe, an Africa security and policy analyst. Abdullahi, thanks so much for joining us. First, the seizing of IDPs, even if they are Tigray rebels, would be a major concern, wouldn't it?
Yes, it is, Joey, and it's part of the continuing escalation of what initially, the Prime Minister Abiy termed as, law enforcement. Now it's 7 months, and all what we know, despite all the information being difficult in terms of how one can get information from there, what we do know now is a serious escalation where whether you're a refugee or an IDP, you are not safe from the Ethiopian and the Eritrean forces. More importantly, though, this is coming against the background of the United States sanctions that State Department issued a few days ago. The president addressed the issue just I think 2 or 3 days ago. That just shows that the Ethiopian and the Eritrean regime are digging in their heels for the long haul.
One of the responses has been that these are Tigray separatists. Tigray, of course, a rebellious province in Ethiopia. How would the soldiers know who's a rebel and who's a civilian if they're raiding effectively safe houses?
And that makes it even very difficult, right? How would you say, to be a rebel, you don't have a sign on your forehead saying that, hey, I'm a rebel and this is my number. They don't wear uniforms. How would you know that? That makes it even very difficult. And it just shows that, the Ethiopian administration and the Eritrea, they thought that this was something that they could easily wrap done in very few days or weeks, a matter of months. Now it's 7 months. They really do not know how to deal with this. And this, I think, is at the heart of the strategic miscalculation of this administration. Never mind the egregious human rights violations that are being reported, the humanitarian and international laws that are being flouted by this administration. You hear about, the region and some of the people in the region being, the Tigray region being starved. This is against the UN Security Council, 2417, and, REP being used as an instrument of war is, again, the UN Security Council 1812. So you're looking at a situation where they thought that this was going to be done very quickly. It is now metastasized into a long, drawn-out conflict. And I just want you to remember also, and your viewers, that this is few weeks before the election that is scheduled for June 22nd. That was postponed from June 5th and initially from October 5th. So you're looking at a fairly difficult situation when political opposition is, for a number of them, they are in jail, a lot of the time, and it's rightly not a competition between crises inside Ethiopia. What is going on in Tigray should not, take away from the fact that the Oromia region, the Afar region, and other regions are really experiencing crisis inside Ethiopia.